This is Chris. I'm getting ready to release the video. Yeah, as you already know, a week ago we took a guest back into one of our areas in the swamp. I basically had some FLIR footage that I need to be able to, I'm just going to release it, and it's pretty interesting stuff. It basically looks like it has the appearance of something that looks like just kind of like peeking. It was like peeking at us, like basically all you can see is basically what would look like the nose and a little bit of the brow area. And everything isn't always a squatch, as we already know, but in the video I'll insert some of the audio that I had from my recorder. It will let you know exactly what we were saying leading up to getting into the area, what I'm talking about. I can't show you the video clips of the actual area, how we're getting there, because for obvious reasons it will reveal an actual active area location, and I don't want to do that. Okay, so I'll break it down for you a little bit, what you're going to see in the film, and so basically what it is that there's 4 of us that had went out that day. Mark, myself, my sister asked to come along, so we had 1 female that was with us. Then we had our guest, which was the journalist. So basically what we did is it's about 2.5 miles into the swamp, and basically you take a small little forest road that takes you all the way out there. And then so what we did use bicycles. So we took the bicycles all the way back into this area, okay? And just prior to getting there, I had an idea. I said, hey, everybody, let's stop, okay? So we all stopped. And I asked Bill, because you'll hear his name in the audio. I had asked Bill, I said, hey, why don't you, if you want to, of course, I said, how about you just drive ahead of us, okay? Because we hadn't been in this area. But one time in a year, okay? Quite frankly, we just don't go there a lot because it's a little difficult to get to back there because it's far away, and if things go bad for you out there, it's going to be a long way out, and so we have our reasons why we don't go there all the time. So this is what you'll see in the video. You'll see where I'm going to insert the audio, and you'll hear basically our conversations, what we're saying. At that time, Bill had already agreed. He went ahead of us and drove his bicycle all the way up there. And I told him, I said, hey, pay attention to your left and right knocks and stuff like that. So that was my guidance that I gave to him. So he took off ahead of us, and he was only going to go, maybe 150 yards or so, 200 yards, and then that was going to be where we was going to, dismount the bikes at. So, so he goes on ahead of us, and no sooner than when he, takes off ahead of us, he's going down there a little ways. He's maybe 50 yards or so. Mark and I had we caught a distant knock, and we thought the knock had came from about 100 yards away from us, and it was pretty much what we were expecting. We hadn't been in this area that often, that much at all, and we started hearing the signs. I didn't expect our guests to be able to hear everything, because you're pedaling the bike, and it's over grass and stuff like that. You might not hear it. So anyway, you'll hear us talk about that, and you'll hear me tell my sister, just hey, because since you're female, don't talk so much, because a lot of times we get, oddly enough, we get these female vocals at times, or they sound female-like. So you'll hear me say that in the video as well, in the audio recording as well. Okay, so we get to the area after Mark and I we're already discussing that, we're hearing things already. So we get to the area, we dismount the bikes, and so basically I rip off my rucksack, and I start getting out my FLIR, okay? And then so I dropped the FLIR down, I got it on a monopod, dropped the FLIR down, and I just start filming as the rest of the team starts getting, prepped to go off trail, because it's a snaky gator area, and so I'm just filming just a scan, because we normally insert into this area into a particular direction. It's down a creek. Okay, it's normally where we insert at. So I drop the FLIR, get the monopod on it, and I just do a quick little, just slowly I do a little pan around, okay? And I brought my FLIR with me, and this is what I got right here, okay? And I don't know if you can see it all, but it's on a monopod, okay? And monopod is a Manfrotto, okay? And that shows you what I'm using as the equipment is, okay? So basically, you just drop it on the ground like this, and it becomes fairly stationary and steady. And so what I do is I normally just put my eye into the viewfinder, and I just do a slow little pan. And when it's on a monopod, it's pretty decent. You can keep you'll see the footage. I'm a little wiggly still, but you can rotate it nice, okay, and you can go up and down with it as well to get up and down angles and so forth. So that's what I'm doing. That's what you'll see. Okay, I didn't see it with my own eyes while I was out there, but I will tell you this much: when I initially looked at the video footage, I didn't even initially catch it either, and then I just waited. Normally, what I do is I normally wait sometimes, and then my brain's a little off of the subject, and then I go back and I look at video footage sometimes, and then sometimes it's right there in front of your face. It's just like unbelievable how you can catch it at times. But what it is, it looks like there's a tree branch that's in front of my view. Your target that you're looking at in the video, I would say, is probably about 20 yards away. Okay, and it's basically back into the bush, and you go to see a tree branch like this. The tree branches maybe, I don't know, maybe about 8 yards away from me, I would guess. But basically, it's a tree branch that's in the way, and it's got some leaves on it. You'll see the leaves moving in the FLIR footage as well. They're dangling. But the thing is that there's something that's a little bit hot that is behind this, back up in the vegetation, okay? The vegetation spot was a shady area. There's not a lot of hot stuff back in that area. The funny thing is that this thing basically looks like it kind of, I don't know, it's just odd, and is it 100%? No, I'm not ever going to be 100%, but it's just pretty interesting footage, and that's why I wanted to go ahead and let you guys see this. Okay, just one point out for you, okay? FLIRs, all right? FLIRs have what they call, there's some type of a cooling device inside these FLIRs, okay? And you will hear these in audios, and you'll see a little blue square in the video footage, okay? That's basically what it's fixing to do, is it's fixing to cycle somehow, and basically it goes through some kind of a cycling process to cool itself down. And what you'll hear is a click, click, like that, click, clunk type sound. All FLIRs do it. It's not nothing defective or anything like that. But what happens is when it does this cycling thing, the video footage will distort for a second, not blurry, but it'll just jump, okay? Because there's a little bit, the unit vibrates a little bit when it does this. And just so happened to be when I did the pan, just click clunk, it recycled, and so basically as I'm still panning, so it comes off the cycle, and then you'll see where the tree branch, where I'm coming out of the way, and it almost looks, and I know people are going to say, oh, you're wiggling the camera around and all that, but no, I don't think it's just wiggling the camera around. It looks like something, like I said, from like the nose area up to like the brow area, and basically just does a little number like that, kind of like you can see the leaves are in the way, but then all of a sudden something seems like it just kind of glides a little bit more to the left. I don't know. Like I said, am I 100%? No, I'm not ever going to be 100% unless I freaking lay my eyes on it dead and it's right there in front of me. So I would say, like I said, maybe about, I would say this is maybe 20 yards away, is what I would say, from the location where I was standing on the road with the FLIR. Okay. Basically, I'm on a little bit of a road, and it's going down into the swamp, and I would say there's probably about 3.5, 4 feet difference maybe from where we were standing. FLIR's up on the monopod at my eye level, so I'm basically the camera, I would say, and where you're talking about where the subject is, I would say maybe the camera's maybe 5 feet up in the air. It's probably 3 or 4 feet. Okay, maybe there's about an 8-foot difference or so, a little bit more maybe, from the actual subject, okay, that you'll see in the FLIR footage, and also where the camera is being stationary. Okay, so I can't show you everything in the on what the camera did and stuff like that. It's interesting because our journalist is still he's going to be releasing this story pretty soon, so it's just a professional courtesy. But FLIR footage is grainy a lot of times, and so I don't think it's going to be it's not going to it's not going to disclose the story or anything like that prior to getting out there, prior to him actually getting it published. Okay, so just want to show you also right here. Also, I don't know if when you look inside of a FLIR, okay, when you look inside the FLIR, basically, it has this cup, okay, that I don't know if you can see the viewfinder in, but that's the problem with the FLIR. The viewfinder is incredibly, it's just very small, okay, that's the viewfinder in there. It's just very small, and so unless something's right there, unless it's really moving, you're probably gonna miss it. Especially if something's maybe peeking through the vegetation, you will probably more than likely miss it as well. It was about 90 degrees out there, but in the swamp it was cool, so you can distinguish the hot and the cool. And remember, everybody, FLIRs are thermal, okay, so it's not a regular camera. Basically everything gives off some type of infrared to some extent. Everything emits some type of heat most of the time, and that's what gives you the outline view inside the FLIR. So put that down right there. So remember, the FLIR is not a standard camera. You're looking at really actually infrared, which is nothing more than what is below human eyesight. Okay, you're looking at the electromagnetism radiation band of light and everything, and it's below human eyesight, as most of us already know that. So the FLIR footage is it will end with us going inside the down the creek, and that will be the end of the video. So I've talked long enough, and I hope I gave you a little bit of a background, a little bit of what to expect, so you can see everything in the video. And I hope you enjoy it. And so here we go.
I heard one.
I did too.
That was a knock.
Yeah. It was back there, wasn't it?
It's up here now.
It's up here?
Yeah. Did you catch that? It was a knock.
It was very faint when I heard it.
It's probably about 100 yards from us.
I thought I heard what I thought was a dog barking, Chris. It's active. I'm not really creeped out, but my spidey senses are alert.
Yeah, I heard that knock just a few minutes ago.
All right, you want to follow him now?
Yeah. That way we don't disturb his hearing. You need to be focused on, don't talk because you're female, so don't talk. Listen for a female voice and a knock.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard something on our left.
Yeah, it was 10 o'clock on our left.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded very
Now, when you were
ominous to me, though.
when you were about
Didn't
50,
like
when
the
you were
way it
about 50
sounded.
yards away from us, we heard a distant knock at that angle.
I heard it.
You might not have caught it, but it sounded like it was about 100 yards from us. So once you hear your first knock, and you definitely know what a knock sounds like, you'll know what to be paying attention for.
Right.
This area, we've rigged it up with audio recorders before and cameras and stuff like that. Something came up and breathed on the audio recorder and tore up the place at like 3 in the morning. What I mean by tear up the place, like it rummaged for like 20 minutes all around the recorder. The cameras didn't catch anything. Had 2 cameras on location. Neither camera was triggered at all. Something comes up to the audio recorder and just breathes all on it. And it sounded, you can hear footsteps on it. It sounded bipedal. And so you ask yourself, are you going to come out here at 3 o'clock in the morning?
Right.
Mm-mm. Nobody is. Nobody is.
I have to respect this.
And there's the Superdome, Thunderdome. We call it Thunderdome. It's basically a big sandbar area. It's a big canopy. It's very cool in there.
Oh, cool.
FLIR's recording.
You want me to film a little bit before we go in?
Doesn't matter. We can film going in or not.
Bill, do you want to be in any of our recordings or not?
I can be.
Okay, you don't care?
No, it's fine.
It's just we ask as well. I know Betty doesn't care.
I don't care. People just want me to cook for them.
Betty, would you cook for us?
I'll cook for you. I got some good stuff. Beans, corn.
Oh yeah, turn all phones down too. Turn all your phones down. We don't want to be accidentally disturbed. That way when you get a vocal, you know it ain't gonna be your phone.
Boom, 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 boom.
There's a gator that stays in that area, Bill. Be careful.
It looks pretty dry.
Okay, Bill, as we go in,
You want to put Bill between us, Chris?
yeah, he needs to be near the front.
Put him right behind me.
Pay attention to 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Okay. For some reason, when activity happens, it's always at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock-ish.
Oh, the only bad thing about this.
Yeah, you might have to hit it. You might have to still hit it.
By the water.
Where's he at?
You saying you saw one or that's
No, I'm just saying.
okay?
Was that you? Wow. Ah, man. I think I just destroyed a print. Damn. I think I destroyed a print without realizing it. Yep. Hold on.